So as a follow-up to that reading that I just shared, one thing that I like to do when I read is I like to do another reading when I put the cards back into the deck. So I started to do it, and then I thought, I'm going to just go ahead and record it. So let's just see how this goes. This is live, spontaneous. So I'm picking up the card, the love card, and I'm putting it back in the deck. And then when I open up the deck, it lands right here on Earth, the community. And so you feel really loved when you feel like you belong. And these are the 4 directions. So you feel like you belong. You know where you are in the seasons. You know where you are in the cycles of nature. You know where you are on Earth. And you're connected to a group of like-minded people. And so then you feel like you're in love. Like you feel that sense of love. So then I picked up the denial card. And I opened up the deck to go ahead and place that. And I placed it right on top of this card of pleasure. And so the question is, see if this resonates. Have you been denying yourself pleasure? So now let's just go from here and just see what the rest of it is spontaneous. So now I'm going to pick up the ace, the realization. What are you realizing about this crone, this transmutation? Like you've a phoenix, you're realizing that you are a phoenix from the fire. Like you're rising up out of the fire. You're realizing you can rise above the ashes. You can connect with that sacred pleasure and rise. So what were you confused about? Let's see where this lands. You are confused about what you desire. You're not quite sure if you can desire it, if you can give yourself permission to desire it. Maybe there's confusion about your desire, or your desire confuses you. There might be an internal physical desire in your body, or a desire in your heart, and a desire in your mind, and there's an inconsistency. There's a struggle within the desire. Your desires are confusing. So now let's see what where the oracle lands. The oracle lands with Pele. And so that's interesting. Pele, this is classically the tower. So when all things kind of fall apart, but this is the Pele, this isn't an embodiment of the tower. This is an embodiment of new earth being formed, new earth. So here she is. She lives in the ocean. She lives in her deep underwater, deep emotional, subconscious realm, tapping into the mystical realm. And through her tapping into the mystical realm, her ability to tap into the mystical realm is because new things are constantly being created. Something that was seemingly like it was destroyed or volatile is now being birthed new. And it's an intense experience. So this intense experience is creating new land and showing new capacities that are opening up. And so that's relying on, see, that's fire and heat and opening and intensity. And so that's one realm. And so then here she comes as that soft, dark, slow realm. And she becomes the oracle that can transmit that message of the new earth that's being created. And that could be really intense and taxing. And so was that what was depleting you? Let's see where you were depleted and why you're being depleted. Let's go from there. Oh, you're depleted because of this conflict. There's a conflict, right? Conflict within you, maybe within your desires. a conflict with you in personal relationships of other people. If you're denying your own pleasure, obviously there's a conflict. If you're not feeling like you belong in a community, of course there's a conflict. If you're dealing with a bunch of intensity of Pele and feeling like you're the phoenix from the fire, that means you have like gone through something really intense. And that conflict is depleting. And so I feel you, that feels very resonant as true. So yeah. And so then let's see where Isis lands. We have this high priestess, and she's going to close us out. And let's see where she lands. Okay. She lands right here with the Maiden of Clarity. Isis rises above. She can see clear. She has a childlike, youthful, friendly sweetness, innocence to her as she focuses in on her vision. And she owns that and embodies that as the priestess that she is. Beautiful.